So I'm just loving this little unit so far. It's well, I mean, it's a bit fucked up because you can tell there's a crib death. The reason they threw it out was because this motor didn't work from the beginning. Beautiful fucking gear, pinion, beautiful rack. Um, a good viscosity grease. This is practically an outdoor device. This is all sealed nicely on the gearbox. But this coil just isn't firing. I think the component they used on it was insufficient. So what I'm going to do is recycle it as a guitar pickup and then just leave the gearbox and the pinion on the drive side. Pinion that drives the gearbox. I think reduces it, right? It's 1,000 turns here for like 17 turns here or something. It's ridiculous. Anyway, as opposed to remove it, because the whole thing is built so cheaply that it's not just like added on this, added on that, added on that, so that each bit is individually componentized and competent on its own. No, 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 no. The entire frame is reliant on that poorly tacked angle bracket, right? On both sides, of course. And then, like, this fucked up assembly. Just this fucking, like, shizened together. Like, it's got, like, 3 or 4 failure points on it for this whole rack to move up and down. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that cam arm over there is cut into this piece of 1/8" mild steel. And then just like bolted onto this rack, comes all the way up and then bolts onto this. And then the angle of that is controlled between the distance between that fastener and this fastener on another piece of just like awkwardly tacked in, but still completely structurally necessary. Whereas on the other end, they just butted them together. And I guess they're also relying on the fact that, if I can set this down for just a moment. That'll do. They are kind of relying on the fact that this blind top is held on via this kind of cuff deal on the chain tensioner. So that, obviously kind of sets in there a little further. I'm not sure if I have it on the right way, but yeah, basically just like that. So that also keeps it sturdy because these two uprights are just waving out in the breeze off this axle. Anyway, so we got all this waste just hanging off here because one component failed. Cheap ass little piece of plastic, like, what were they thinking? They weren't thinking, that's what was going on. They were clearly using this gearbox for other things because it's got superfluous mounts on it. The whole thing is just fucking so industrial. I skated it around town for like a day and a half straight, just fucking pushing this thing, right, in full sail mode. So you get it down like this, and it's got 4 wheels in contact with the ground. And then you just grab it by those, and then you put extenders on those too, so you can grab it from a bunch more different angles. And then you just fucking push it down hills, up hills, sideways on hills, doing as many tricks as you can, jumping on it, jumping off it. Anyway, so as it stands, I have to leave the rack and pinion, even though it's just only going to be adjustable by virtue, by turning this pinion 1,000 times. I could probably attach a power trail to it if I wanted to revive it. But the question is, do I really? How much do I really want to move this up and down? I may just want to leave it at level, if not just hack around it. Maybe even not even use these. Just not even leave it on there. I could remove the whole thing and just use the frame. Although it's welded. I don't know why they welded it instead of using the actual drilled hole that's actually already there.